Now the poem first line, like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars. Here, the tree trunk, a part of the tree, the center part of the tree, it is rugged in the sense it's not smooth, it's rough, indented deep with scars. There are lots of cutting. Scars அப்படின்னா தழும்பு. The tree has lots of scars on the trunk. Why? Because like a huge python winding round and round. There is a creeper, I've already shown you in the picture. A climber plant is climbing round and round the tree. It's so tight, it's so heavy, and because of that, the tree has lots of cuts. Like a python, like a huge snake, the climber is clinging round and round the tree trunk up to its very summit near the stars. This tree is very, very tall. Summit is the top. The top of the tree looks like it is touching the star. Within these two lines, you have two figure of speech. The first one, like a huge python. The climber plant or the creeper is compared to a python. So there is a comparison using the word like. Hence it is called a simile. This creeper is climbing like a strong snake round and round the tree. The next figure of speech, up to its very summit near the stars. The tree looks very tall, and to her it seems like it is touching the stars. It is not true. ஒரு மரம் அவ்வளவு பெருசா ஸ்டாரை தொடுற மாதிரி you can't have. It is just an imagination. So when you have words out of imagination, exaggeration, it's called as hyperbole. அது underline பண்ணி வெச்சுக்கோ. First line is a simile, and the third line, it is a hyperbole. A creeper climbs in whose embraces bound no other tree could live. I've already told you, around this tree trunk, a climber, a creeper is climbing. Sutti sutti varudhu. And this climber is a very big one with huge branches. It's very strong stemmed. And that is why the tree has lots of cuts. So the poet here says, this trunk should be very strong. Otherwise, this could not hold the climber. வேற ஏதாவது ஒரு ட்ரீல இந்த கிளைம்பர் சுத்தி இருந்ததுன்னா that tree would have broken. Just imagine, ஒரு பாம்பு எதையோ ஒன்று சுத்தி 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 வரும்போது அப்படியே நொறுங்கி போயிடும். அதே மாதிரி தான் this poet says, this climber also is climbing round and round the tree, embracing it, just like it's going to crunch it. Ana, my tree is strong. It is stronger than the creeper. So it is strongly standing there. My tree is very strong and it is standing there. But gallantly the giant wears the scarf, and flowers are hung in crimson clusters, all the boughs among. And the beauty of the tree is, this tree is standing very bravely because it's been crushing by the climber. It's being crushed by the climber. But even then, this tree, very tall, a very strong one, looking like a giant, a monster, and this creeper has red color flowers. And what does it look like? It looks like a very huge monster or a giant wearing a scarf around his neck. A red color scarf. The red color scarf is nothing but the red flowers of the climber. The creeper has red flowers, and it goes round and round the tree. It looks like a scarf. And the tree is personified as a giant. There is another image. It is personification. Whereon all days are gathered bird and bee. So all through the day, the tree is a home for lots of birds, different kinds of bird and bee. There's always the sound of birds and bee. And oft at nights, the garden overflows. Oft is often, always, with one sweet song that seems to have no close. So during the night time, there is the sweet song of the birds. The singing bird starts to sing in the night time. There's no stopping at all. It keeps on singing. It is endless. Sung darkling from our tree in the dark at the night when everything is gloomy, everything is silent. She can hear the birds singing while men repose, when all the other human beings, they are taking rest, they are sleeping. At that time, she could hear the birds singing sweetly from her trees.